You and I never met one another,
Right.
so I want to.
I've heard of your name, but I've never met you.
I'm going to preface this. Number one is I am pro business all the way. Okay, let there be no mistake about it. I've been self-employed for lots of years now, but they're looking at Caddo Parish. Okay, what other parishes or areas are they looking at? Who was our competition?
We don't know all of them. We believe it could be as many as 10 states are in the running for this project.
Okay.
The only other place in Louisiana that's in contention is Ouachita Parish. And they're
Okay.
going through the same process at every taxing level that you are as well here. And we've already been through the parish, the city, the sheriff. We're going through schools, and I'm missing one, but I think we're going through all the layers to be in preparation to say that we are willing to be competitive for this particular project, which has asked the state to look into its department, to get a ruling from the Department of Revenue as to whether they would be considered taxable or not. And this is simply saying that should LDR agree that they are not taxable in what they do, that the taxing bodies in the jurisdiction that would win the project would go along with a cooperative endeavor agreement with the state to help that project happen in whichever community they choose. And they're looking both in the parish and in the city here in Caddo Parish, so it's not just in the city.
Okay, so this is not being located at the port.
That's one of that could be one of the sites, but there are multiple sites in Caddo Parish being considered.
Okay. All right. I understand. I can see what it is they want to accomplish. That if we as the local taxing bodies will agree, then they feel like that there's still something in play here for them possibly.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
And I may be delving a little bit further ahead.
No, that's all right. I'll tell you if I can't answer it.
Okay. I'm assuming that they're most likely going to be coming in here and asking for a waiver of property and or ad valorem taxes.
That's very likely as well, yes.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be a lot of y'all are going to be shocked probably to hear me say this. And this is just me, this is not this board, it is me, I just paid tremendous property taxes. I had one building on Uri Drive that's valued about $150,000, and I pay $5,000 a year to the parish and to the city in property taxes. And I'm going to tell you that this giving a waiver for all of these larger companies just because they're big, and I know they're bringing jobs into place. I get that. But I'm going to tell you what, my question to this company is do they feel that is education important? Is it of value? And if so, I don't know that I would be willing personally to vote for a waiver for that. Now that's not, I want to be clear, that's not for this whole board that I'm speaking, because it's not fair. And I know that with all these other jobs that they're going to be providing, well, there's going to be the trickle down effect and everything. But the only one that benefits from us giving up the property taxes, which is not fair to me or anybody else in this room that pays property taxes, is them. And I hear it from the group of 100 and every other huge business group, and they have these other new groups that have now formed talking about how important education is, and then they come in here and they say education is so important. If we don't have good education, you're not going to have good business, and you're not going to have all these other driving forces, but we don't want to pay anything to it. You know, and I'm sure that's probably not what you wanted to hear, or because I'm sure at some point in time it's going to get back to whatever company it is. But I'm just speaking where I'm at this point in time. I don't have any problem with this. But if they intend to, obviously they're going to know that I'm not going to be speaking in favor of it. Because every time we give a waiver to somebody, my property taxes tend to keep going up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. And I only told of one piece of property that I own. That's only one. And I'm getting ahead of the game. I'm okay with this right here because I understand what it is they're trying to accomplish.
I'm for the vote.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss